Man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. Man, fresh off watching the AJ versus Joseph Parker unification match, in which Anthony Joshua has pulled out the victory by unanimous decision. Hats off to Anthony Joshua and his entire corner for getting the job done. Doing it in front of almost 80,000 fans, going 12 rounds for the first time in his career, man. Wasn't really impressed with either fighter in this particular fight, man. Like, I thought both men were just basically looking for counter shots the entire fight, not making for the most exciting fight for his fans. There was a lot of strategy going on given the distance that they were fighting at, and you can definitely tell that both men was on edge the entire fight. Joseph Parker started out the fight very well, man, using his jab very effectively, I thought, through the first 4 rounds. I had him up through the first maybe 5 to 6 rounds, truth be told. I had Joseph Parker up because though neither man was doing nothing super major, you know what I mean? I thought Joseph Parker was still doing an effective job keeping Anthony Joshua at bay with the jab and also disrupting his combinations, forcing Anthony Joshua to keep smothering his punches, also disrupting the timing of Anthony Joshua using his rhythm, his body rhythm. It was throwing Anthony Joshua off, and it took Joshua at least 5 to 6 rounds, man, to really kind of sort of semi get his timing down, I thought, man, making him very hesitant in the early portions of the fight. Also, I thought Anthony Joshua was doing a job of trying to conserve some energy and maybe put it on Joseph Parker late on in the fight. But even late on in the fight, man, Anthony Joshua didn't look explosive to me, man. Anthony Joshua didn't look like Anthony Joshua. I mean, I know he came in this fight very, very light. He hasn't been this light since 2014. We didn't see the explosive power. We did see maybe 1 or maybe 2 flashes throughout the fight where maybe Anthony Joshua could have possibly hurt Joseph Parker, but nothing really too serious, man. In round 6, though, I did thought that Joseph Parker may have hurt Anthony Joshua, and it was kind of hard to tell because there was a lot of tussling going on in that particular round, and not to mention the referee doing that stuff that he was doing, man. But I don't know, man. When they kind of replayed it, I didn't see anything super solid that could have really hurt AJ, but AJ didn't seem like himself in that round, and he did seem a bit hurt. There was a couple interactions between him and Joseph Parker during that round, a couple really good back and forths in that 6th round, and I thought, honestly, Joseph Parker got the best of it. And to me, I wasn't sure if Anthony Joshua was hurt or just doing a bunch of retreat in that round, but something seemed a little off, man. But I definitely gave that round to Joseph Parker, man. But I thought later on in the fight, the tide started to turn, given that Anthony Joshua's aggression was the key to that remain consistent throughout the fight. Seemingly, a lot of the judges, judging by the scorecards of the judges, they gave a lot of those close rounds to Anthony Joshua, and the reason you would give it to him was because of his aggression. Pretty much, I'd say 95% of the fight, he was coming forward. There were spurts here and there, very minimally, that Joseph Parker maybe backed Anthony Joshua up here and there, but for the most part, Anthony Joshua was the aggressor in this fight. And as he was coming forward, he was throwing hard shots. He was smothering a lot of his shots, and a lot of them were very inaccurate. But he said that he looked to come into this fight working behind a jab. And Anthony Joshua did say before this fight also he was looking to do some sort of boxing finesse. That's the reason why a lot of fans thought that he slimmed down, not only for stamina purpose, but also to become more of a boxer. And he was very hesitant in this fight, more of a boxer in this fight, tried to become more of a boxer puncher in this fight, and it just didn't seem like him, man. I don't know, maybe it takes a couple more fights or so before he can kind of get this fighting this way down. But Anthony Joshua usually jumps on you, gets you close, throw those combinations, doesn't usually smother his punches nearly as much. We've seen points of the fight where he tried to throw that big uppercut that he's becoming known for, and the one that put Vladimir Klitschko on his ass, and it wasn't landing. It wasn't effective enough in that fight. But just neither man looked stellar, neither man looked elite. You wouldn't knew that all these titles were on the line in this particular fight tonight because neither man just didn't look hungry. They didn't look like they were starving. You know what I mean? And so we didn't see a bunch of killer instinct in this fight. But you got to appreciate the boxing finesse. You got to appreciate the strategy. And, you got to take the fight for what it's worth, man. But just still, not a stellar performance by neither man. I don't leave this fight highly impressed with either guy. And, we're going to go forward. Now, As for Joseph Parker still probably will remain a top tier contender. He still remain good fights for guys like Dillian White and Luis Ortiz and guys like that, man. So Joseph Parker still to me a good, decent B-level heavyweight, man, and he'll still remain in the conversation. He just suffered his first loss tonight, so you know, and then that's another thing. Joseph Parker tonight didn't throw with conviction. You know, I know he's coming off those the surgeries to his elbows, man, but damn, man, there wasn't much conviction thrown by Joseph Parker. He definitely tore a page out of the page of Hughie Fury when he fought Hughie Fury, and Hughie Fury pretty much beat him, in my opinion, with a jab. And he took a page out of that playbook in this fight tonight and didn't throw with much conviction. But when he did let his hands go, there were points where he was the most effective throughout the fight when he did let his hands go. But I don't think that Joseph Parker felt it as though he could have sustained letting his hands go throughout this fight, because I just didn't understand the lack of conviction from Joseph Parker, man. Especially if in the 6th round, if he felt as though he hurt Anthony Joshua. But he'll remain as a good B-level heavyweight. Now, as for Anthony Joshua, man, yo, we heard in the post-fight interview, that weak-ass post-fight interview, because my main man, Bomb Squad, wasn't in the building. So, of course, the post-fight interview was all AJ, you know, it was the AJ show. And, of course, it was corny as hell, in my opinion. But he's stating that he wants Wilder. Now, the new line drawn in the sand, because we ain't heard this one as much before, was the fight now has to go down in the UK. So, we'll see how this was going to play out in future negotiations. But according to AJ, man, he really wants Wilder next, blah, blah, blah. He has now all of the titles at heavyweight with the exception of one, and that's Deontay Wilder's, man. They got to get this fight on, man. They got to get this fight on, man. Cut the parlor shit, cut the parlor crap, you know what I mean, the politics, whatever, man. Get it out the way. They have to make this fight happen. This can be the absolute biggest fight in the world, ladies and gentlemen. So it would have been good to see Deontay Wilder over there tonight, but clearly, man, this fight was a dud. The post-fight interview to me was a dud. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all turned up. I heard what Eddie Hearn was saying. I heard a bunch of the UK fans honestly booing Eddie Hearn. So clearly Eddie Hearn is not nearly as popular as he tried to portray himself to be over here, man. But the UK fans must see a lot of the slickness of Eddie Hearn, because there was a lot of boos coming from the audience towards Eddie Hearn in the post-fight interview, man. But, you know, we'll see how it goes, man. We all know the story. Everyone's been talking about it. We want to see Wilder. We want to see Wilder versus Joshua, total undisputed heavyweight champion. It would have been nice for Bomb Squad to have been in that ring tonight to turn the fuck up, you know what I mean? Get in the face of AJ and just get the hype started, man. It would have just been awesome. But you also noticed that AJ kind of squeezing in on the low. Oh, I want to fight Deontay Wilder next, or either Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? Let's not forget, Tyson Fury still haunts this thing also. Remember, there were rumors before the fight that Tyson Fury could have possibly walked Joseph Parker to the ring. So I was keeping my eyes on that when Joseph Parker came walking in with all the Samoans and all that shit. I said, yo, what if Tyson Fury would have been dressed up as like one of the Samoan dudes or whatever, man? That would have been crazy, man. But Tyson Fury was a no-show tonight. Dillian White was there. Anthony Joshua was there. But nobody else pretty much showed up but the fans, you know what I'm saying? So clearly, you know, it wasn't a bunch of hype built up. Clearly, they know that fight ain't coming next. And we'll see how this plays out. Eddie Hearn's latest position, he wants to fight by the end of the year. He's saying that if this fight doesn't happen this year, ladies and gentlemen, that next year will be too late because Anthony Joshua will have to deal with his mandatories. Let's see where this goes. Let's hope that we get this fight next, man. We know that they're trying to position Anthony Joshua to possibly fight Alexander Povetkin. We were hearing talks about that. Maybe even Pulev. We were hearing talks about that. I mean, there were different names being tossed around. Jarrell Big Baby Miller. You know, Anthony Joshua has options if he wants to continue to stall for Deontay Wilder. But quite honestly, there is nothing, ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, nothing stopping them from making this fight today. There's no network obstacles. There's no sanctioning bodies that will stop this, man. We all know unification Trump's mandatories. There is nothing stopping a unification fight between them two, and they can make it today if just both sides can come to an agreement, man. Let's, as the fans, continue to put pressure on this situation, man. I'm telling y'all. But another thing also that I always leave AJ Fight saying, Tyson Fury would give AJ hell. There was points in this fight AJ was breathing kind of hard still, even with the weight loss, man. And I understand he's a heavyweight, I get it, but yo, there were points in the fight where I thought AJ was winded. And Tyson Fury that's the similar style that he used what Joseph Parker was doing tonight. You clearly can see that he was possibly even training with Tyson Fury, because we saw a lot of Tyson Fury-esque in the ring tonight, using the jab, the constant movement. Joseph Parker was constantly moving in this fight. Now, Tyson Fury does that, but he does it to the 10th power. You know what I mean? He does it from opening bell to finishing bell. And he does it very well for a big man. And not to mention, he does that his hands go at points in the fight when he needs to. So, I'm sorry, man. If Joseph Parker can have that much success, and if Anthony Joshua's stamina does not continue to improve, he will struggle with fighters like Tyson Fury. I repeat, struggle with Tyson Fury. Now, as for Deontay Wilder, styles make fights. It'll be interesting to see. Wilder does not employ the same style as a Tyson Fury. So, I mean, Wilder's more balls to the wall, letting his hands go, trying to knock you out. Tyson Fury is looking to outbox you, box your ears off, get you confused, get you frustrated. So, two different men with two different styles. But Tyson Fury's style, to me, will be so effective against AJ that it ain't even funny. And I've been saying this since the Klitschko fight. So we'll see, man. So to the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man Made Man. Truth be told, I'm glad this fight is over with, man. We can move on to more boxing. We have been Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, killing it all week, man. All of YouTube, all of the boxing experts, we have been killing it, man. So let us put this Anthony Joshua Wilder thing to rest for a little few days, and let's move on to other boxing that's coming up in boxing, man. Because damn, we have been reporting this story. Everyone's been talking about this like every day, 2, 3 times, 4 times a day. I'm kind of sick of it for right now. Real talk. So we'll see. So to the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man Made Man. Both sides got to be realistic in negotiations. Yeah, AJ may be the A side because of his audience and his popularity, but he got to remember, he don't have the most respected, most coveted WBC green belt. And Deontay Wilder right now has a lot of momentum, and he is building his momentum more and more here in America. So we'll see. So to the next video. Peace out.